God is speaking through everything all the time. And I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. So, my daughter has been told, what was it, 4 days now? 4 days ago, 4 days. Every second I'm like, on the edge of my seat. Every ping on my phone. 4 days ago, told that she's in, that she was, has begun labor, has started labor. But she hasn't had a single contraction, which is great. That's wonderful. And also, what's 4 days later? Grandma's waiting. But I'm sitting here taking it up with God and going, man, every second is like just torture. Every second is torture. We're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm realizing, I'm thinking about, okay, God likens salvation. He likens the resurrection to deliverance. He likens what we're going through here as labor pains. And he tells us that we don't know the day or hour. We don't know the day or hour. Ooh, I'm getting it. We don't know the day or hour that he is going to come back. We don't know the day or hour that we will be delivered. But we know that in that time is going to be a time of great distress, such as has not happened since the beginning of the world until now. That is going to be the beginning of God's great wrath. From the 1290th day to the 1335th day, and somewhere in those days, the mystery of God will be accomplished. We don't know the day or hour. So just as with a pregnancy, well, we know the general time, right? We know the general time that baby is going to be delivered. Pregnancy lasts about 9 months, but we don't know the day or hour. And right now, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that anticipation. I'm feeling that every minute, every hour, waiting and waiting and waiting for my grief to be turned into joy. And it's going to be like that during those days. And I want you to know that, because I think that you're going to need to remember that. I think you're going to need to remember that the general time, because God has given us very specific days. So if you know the times, then you can kind of calculate those days. He wouldn't have given us specific days if he didn't intend for us to know the general time when that's going to happen. He wouldn't have told us what was going to be happening during those days if he didn't intend for his people to understand. And in Daniel 12, we're told that the wise are going to understand, but the wicked will not. You're going to know. You're going to know if you're in him what's going on during those days, just like you're going to know right now. If you're in him, you're going to be able to hear the message that I'm saying. You're going to be able to hear what he has spoken with me about, and you're going to bring it back to him, and you're going to discern it. When those days start, when the Antichrist is reigning, and then God's great wrath comes, it is going to be that part of labor that we talk about, where it's like you can't, when you can't, like you feel like you cannot take it anymore, then deliverance will come. And so you're going to be waiting every second. Every second you're going to be on the edge of your seat. When is he coming? When is he coming? And you're going to be martyred. But I want you to remember what Jesus said. Learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, right at the door. Why would Jesus say that if he didn't want you to understand? If he didn't want to encourage you ahead of time with these words? Your redemption is nigh. When you start seeing these things, when things start getting to the point where you're like, I don't know if I can take it, I can't take it anymore. Your redemption is nigh. The point of deliverance is near. Your salvation is coming. And truly, we don't have that much longer. We really don't. If the witnesses are here right now and they started, testifying on June 4th, 2022, that means they're going to die in 3.5 years from that point. Then there's another 3.5 years. Days that are cut short, and technically it's 1,335 days, which is 3.7 years. But for some reason, God said that those days are going to be cut short, even though he gave us the exact number of days. And for some reason, in Daniel 12, it still says, even though there's 1,335 days from that point, Daniel 7 still refers to it as a time, times, and half a time, which is so weird. And I keep, telling you that I'm still trying to fully discern this, but I believe that what's going on is when the fourth trumpet blows, a third of the day is without light and a third of the night. And so there is the days are being shortened because the days are defined by light and dark, the separation of light from the dark. So I think that that's what that is, but I don't have it fully understood yet. And it might not be for me to understand yet. These are the things that I understand from the word. I just want to share that with you because it's so fresh for me, every single day. And my poor daughter, I'm texting her constantly. Anything changed yet? Anything changed yet? Like, she won't text me when it does. She's probably like, this isn't my fault. Waiting on God here. But this is what it's going to be like. We're going to be waiting in those times. Well, I won't be here, but you will be waiting during those times if you are here. And you're going to know that you're going to be martyred. And so you'll be waiting for that as well. But take heart, because your redemption is nigh. Don't fear those who can kill the body. You fear only one who can kill your soul in hell. Just want to put that bug in your ear. I hope that you'll remember it during that time. I think you will. I think God will remind you. And I hope that it will encourage you. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.